Hi, welcome to Poeting. I'm Nicole Carter, and tonight I'm interviewing James Stedman. Hi, James.
Hi Nicole, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good actually. I had a good day. It's good.
Good, good, good. And you just reminded me of Ricky's name.
Oh
Your frog Ricky. Yeah,
yeah, no, he's
yeah.
always a star. He wanted to come on tonight as well.
Awesome. It's good to see you.
Yes, lovely to see you. Been a while. Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah, yeah. I've not been doing open mics for ages. So,
Oh,
but yeah, gonna get back into it soon. So yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, if you could tell us a wee bit about yourself, please.
Yeah, sure. No, well, as you know, I'm James, he, him, and I am a poet, theatre maker, and storyteller. Originally from Somerset, but I'm based down here or up here in Leith now at the moment. I've been in Edinburgh about 6 years. Been lucky enough to live a few places. But I came up during the pandemic. I was working from home and I asked my firm if home could be Edinburgh, and they said yes. So I came up because my good friend Jacob had a spare room here, and I haven't left, and it's great. And I sort of fell in with all the reprobates in the art scene up here, sort of, and just yeah, the friend introduced me to Loud Poets and sort of just went from there. And I'm sort of like I did storytelling back in Cambridge with the Cambridge storytellers. Um, so I sort of fell in love with the storytelling centre here as well, and so I do a bit of that. And I've just done my masters in theatre, in playwriting at Edinburgh Uni, which means we were just mentioning we haven't been to so many open mics recently. I've been a bit lax. I'm hoping to get back into them shortly again. Yes, I've done a bit of everything, really, but the obviously this is poeting, and so yeah, I did a little bit of poetry back in Cambridge, and I've always written. Actually, that's the thing. I've always written, but mostly it was sort of for myself. But the scene here in particular in Edinburgh is so lovely and welcoming. I
Yep.
sort of steeled myself and yeah, came in and got involved. So it's yeah, it's good. That's a bit. I should probably just also mention that just because they're a lovely team and stuff. I also did some improv back in Cambridge, some long form storytelling in sort of improvised storytelling with the Ministry of Unplanned Occurrences, who are absolutely gorgeous people. So yeah, if you're in Cambridge, check them out too. So yeah, and I do basically now, at the moment, I spend an awful lot of my time just doing, I'm very lucky to just do creative stuff at the moment. I've got some stuff coming up which we might talk about in a bit, but yeah, and I've just come off a lovely workshop with somebody who's doing a master's degree today about literally about open mics actually that we were talking about,
Wow.
and the community that they form and stuff. It was really fun because I'm a big old nerd, so I'm like, um, I love the art form and everything, but I also love getting into the nitty gritty of what it means to sort of form community and what means to what they mean to other people and sort of some of the sort of the nitty gritty behind it and stuff. And so yeah, so that's me.
Fantastic. Thank you. Could you read us some of your work, please?
Yeah. So I've got a couple of wee pieces for you tonight. I thought I'd give you a piece from my show that Rick was starring in a couple of years ago at the. It was originally commissioned for the Scottish International Storytelling Festival, and then it had a run at the Fringe in 2024, and it
Joyfully
was
Grim, was it?
Joyfully Grim. That's the one.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there. Yeah, it was brilliant. Really enjoyed it. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
yeah, lovely.
And I've lost my page. There it is. So yeah, so the show was originally commissioned, like I say, for the Storytelling Centre, and so this is actually quite an early piece, and it went in because it sort of fit with the themes and stuff. And it's actually I usually write in free verse, but this particular piece is a particular form, and it I did it following. There's a lovely selection of follow along workshops that the Loud Poets have on their YouTube site. Awesome people. Dr. Katie Ailes does like runs through loads of different form poems and stuff that you follow along. So I wrote this following along from that. And so for folks that are interested in that sort of thing, this is a villanelle, and it's called Exhale. I put on my rainbow necklace and paint my nails, breathe deep, supplicate to my talismans of protection until the day finally comes when I can exhale. You smile at me, a welcoming friend. What witty tales will we make to add to your collection since I put on my rainbow necklace and painted my nails? Tolerance. But peek beneath the surface, lift society's veil of decency, and every moment harbours potential rejection until the day finally comes when I can exhale. What everyday task might endanger me if I were to hail a taxi or bus or speak out of turn in the wrong direction when I put on my rainbow necklace and paint my nails? Not so far removed in time or place, they throw me in jail or worse, and everything could change again at the next election. Bring on the day finally when I can exhale. Always itching in the back of my mind that I will fail to meet society's standards and be exterminated as an infection. But still, I put on my rainbow necklace and paint my nails. The day will finally come when we can all exhale. Um,
Bravo.
Bless you. Thank you very much. So yeah, so that's a quite an important piece to me, and but it is another little bit sort of doer, I suppose, to some extent. Sort of forthright, but a bit doer maybe. So the next one, the other little piece that I've got for you today, has a bit more upbeat, and I think currently at the moment it's tricky times, to put it lightly, and in particular for sort of people in the queer community, which I'm part of, obviously, and also for, in particular, our trans brothers and sisters. Um, so this is a piece that I wrote
Okay.
in a workshop that was run by Joelle Taylor.
Mm.
Um,
Wow.
Big name right
Right.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely adore Joelle. She's amazing.
Amazing. Mm.
So yeah, folk who don't know her, go and check her out. She's absolutely incredible. And I was lucky enough to do a workshop with her at the it doesn't matter, like at the art school, I think it was. Anyway, a few years ago. Um, so this is for the cozy queers after Joelle Taylor. Shout joy for the cozy queers. For the leg tucked under on the squidgy sofa, for the herbal tea from the twice chipped cup, for the crochet patterns and the knitting needles, for the fresh baked biscuits and the wagon wheels, for the folk music and the fairy tales, for cheesy pop and smooth craft ales, for the softly spoken, for the unassuming, for those who keep the gardens blooming, for the warm embrace when times are tough, for those who worry, am I queer enough? Oh, yes, you are divine. Come raise your gentle voice with mine and shout joy for the cozy queers.
Fantastic.
Bless you. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. I saw
Um,
Joelle Taylor with my partner, obviously before he passed away in 2022,
mhm.
and it was at Sonnet Youth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on
Cool.
Rose Street.
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
just
yeah.
blew me away. Absolutely incredible. I mean,
The, yeah.
so powerful and it just so raw and just no
Mm.
one. She won the T.S. Eliot Prize, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, she did. She's blown up quite a lot. Yeah. Um, I mean, she's been about a while, but like
Mm.
recently, she's got. I cannot remember the names of any of her books, but like
I
they're worth
can, but I don't know
massively.
if I can say it because it might be a family kind
Oh
of
yes,
feeling.
no, okay, no, we might get a
It's
strike.
that book. Yes.
There's definitely that one, which is kind of where I came to her from. I saw her read
Mm,
from it, and then I went and bought it. The joyful thing about Joelle's work, actually, I mean, lots of poets as well, but it's very much a performance piece, obviously, and like watching her perform it is stunning. But it's also
mm,
very readable,
mm, mhm,
and it's a lovely book to get lost in.
mm.
I read. Remember, I read it on the train back from London, I think, and just yeah, it was just I read it and then I put it down and then just sat looking at the wind out through the window for the rest of the journey, just mulling it over in my head. It's
Mm,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just incredible.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, right. Where can we hear you recite?
So we're just talking about it a little bit. I haven't been so much on the scene recently, but I'm coming back, and I'm hoping to get back into the spoken word scene again a bit more in September. So obviously, any of the open mic, the usual open mics, really, sort of the loud poets. Obviously, they're amazing, and
Mm.
then it will be push the boat out, and I think. Oh, I can't remember. Dean and Lloyd and Beth have one down at the Canongate, I think, still.
Drafted?
That's the one. Yep,
Drafted,
drafted.
yeah.
Exactly. So I'm hoping to get back into there in September. Um, but in the meantime, I do post occasionally on my Instagram. So do follow on the Instagram, obviously, if you like. But also, again, coming back to Loud Poets, they've got they've been lucky enough to perform on their stage for a couple of times. So they've got some of my poems up there,
Oh, cool.
which would be nice if you want to go and have a wee look. They've also actually, we were talking about Rick earlier. So my show, Joyfully Grim, that was on at the Storytelling Centre a couple of years ago. There's a recording of that on that site as well. It's slightly different. There's little bits of poetry in there, but it is mainly storytelling, and it's all about growing up queer under Section 28. So it's sort of storytelling, traditional fairy tales, a bit of my history, and a bit of the history of that piece of legislation, all
Mm,
muddled in there, and sort of it's a bit tough in places, but it's mainly
mm,
quite joyful. So yes, there's that. Um, Not directly poetry related, but I have got I'm working on a couple of bigger projects. So I've got a play coming on at the Gateway Festival in November.
well, hey, nice one.
I'm working, I'm in a bit early days, but I'm working on another little show with Rick that will hopefully come. I've got an idea anyway. That's hopefully going to come together maybe early next year if I'm lucky. And there's another, they're very specifically poetry based. I have a an idea for a poetry show which I've pitched to a couple of places at the moment. If they don't come through, which it's so much demand with so much amazing people around. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, but that's fine. I'm still going to try and work on it, and it's kind of a it's quite kind of important for me. It's sort of a mixing together of kind of domestic joy essentially, but also uncovering difficult times and sort of how to essentially, like a lot of poetry to be fair, how to sort of come to trauma
Mm,
through joy, if that makes
mm,
sense,
yep,
and
yep.
sort of and be held by your community and stuff. So I'm really happy about that piece. So I will be doing something with it, just don't know when yet. And there's another play that I'm writing, which is actually my biggest project at the moment, but that will be a couple of years before it comes to anything. That's a lovely thing. It's a commission from Birmingham University, who I'm
Wow.
working with at the moment, which is yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous. I've fallen in love with. I've done the treatment for it to this week. So we're gonna. So it's quite early days, but I've just fallen in love with the whole environment and the characters and stuff. So I'm having a whale of a time with that at the moment. So yeah. So or literally, just come and find me. I'm always at the storytelling centre. I'll be at the open mics. Yeah, come and say hello. Um, Also, sorry, just rambling now, but I run a Tuesday evening Zoom just write-in thing, basically, where people can just come in a room like this, essentially, but just work on their own projects, just because I need people to sort of work with. I love writing, but if I just sit down at my computer, I'm going to go, oh, I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm going to watch a bit of telly. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So if I'm sat in a like a virtual room with people,
Mm.
yeah, then it's sort of like I allow myself space to write. So yeah. So last one of those before the summer is on Tuesday, but I'm hoping to start them up again in September. So just DM me on the Instagram or catch me when I'm about. So yeah.
Cool. Okay, sounds interesting. What socials are you on?
Yeah. So like I say, Instagram is the main one to get me on.
Right.
Basically, that's at James Stedman Plays, which probably be linked in this video somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll tag it in on Instagram. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, cool. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, go on.
Sorry.
No,
And
no, that's
you work it, can we buy your work anywhere?
Um, no, actually, not really. I mean, do come to any of the plays and stuff and pop buddy through that way. I think it's like everyone. I have a stack of poems that I'm like waiting to be edited and put in a pamphlet somewhere. But that's not quite come to fruition yet. But yeah, hopefully will do at some point. So.
You seem to be having a lot of things on the burner, so it'll come eventually, I'm sure, when you get round to it and you've got things sorted out and kind of like, finalized and finished and done and when you've got time because you're doing an awful lot. So yeah.
I'm very lucky to be very creative at the moment.
Mm,
It's kind of cool. Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, James. I really
It's
appreciate
all right.
you coming
Can I
along.
just do a very quick shout
Sure.
out? Just
Yes.
sorry, it's just so that's all about me. But Fringe is coming up, and there's for folk that don't know, I mean, I know folk listening to this podcast will probably know all about it as well. But there's a load of really awesome spoken word stuff going on at the Fringe, and a lot of it is Scottish based, and we have the whole world come to the Fringe. I know because I used to be one of them, and sometimes people that are creating work in this amazing space all year round get a little bit sort of forgotten. So go out and see loads of spoken word at the Fringe, like like lots of places I know for the Scottish Storytelling Centre. There's a load of free stuff down at the Banshee Labyrinth. Go and see that. I think Grill actually has got quite a lot of
Mm.
spoken word this year as well. That's also on the Free Fringe. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because like Fringe is coming up and the community and the artists are so amazing in Edinburgh and Scotland. I just wanted to, yeah, just say go see them.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Good shout out. Yes.
Cool.
Thank you, James. I will speak to you in a moment once I press stop record. Thanks, folks. Bye.